So if you've been coding in React and using a browser, you'll know that there are limitations for how much data you can have displayed on a screen. Let me just go ahead and refresh this page and show you. I have about 300,000 rows on this page. And I will say I'm using a MacBook M3, so like it can handle it decently well. But as you can tell, as I'm scrolling down, it's like struggling to even like render out the DOM elements. And now I just have like a blank white screen for a couple seconds before the browser can catch up. I'm also adding every second like a new record to this list, and it's just not even updating. So if for whatever reason you do need to display a bunch of data to the screen, one approach you can use is something called virtualization. So I'm going to show you a cool library called React Window, which allows you to basically take all your records and slice them up into smaller views so that React and your DOM only have to display a certain subset of your elements at once to really allow your page to be more efficient. So React Window has a list, and it also has a grid component. They also have like variable size grids, pretty cool stuff. I will say if for whatever reason you do have a need in your app to do this, I would say it's more of a UX smell. Like, why does the user need this much data on their screen? Maybe you should find a better way to like allow them to search and query over data that's more specific for their needs. But regardless, let's go ahead and just try to figure out how this will work. So I have a Vite app already set up with React. I have 300,000 rows over here. I am setting up a state variable with that initial data. Every second, I'm pushing a new random number into that array. And over here inside of the return, I'm basically saying, create me a React window list. Here is a set height that it's going to have. This is how much data it has. And also here is how tall every item in that row is going to be. Here's the width of every item. And here's some item data. And then up here, we have that list that's been imported in from React Window. And basically the children of the list, you have to define a component. And this stuff is going to be passed into you from React Window. So like you'll get the index, the style that you have to put so it knows how to style each row, and then also the data. So basically you have your full list of data inside your row component. And React Window is saying, hey, you know, this row is currently on index 10. So you have to like look that up in your initial data array, and then you can display it to the screen. So it's super easy to get set up. And once you have this turned on, let's go back over to the app. Notice that this is going to run a lot more efficiently. As you can tell, it's even like pushing numbers in a lot more efficiently than it did before. And again, the main reason this is good is because if you were to look at this, it only has a certain max amount of rows that'll be in this view. Okay. As you scroll, you'll see all of these elements kind of get added in, and the ones at the bottom are going to be removed from the DOM entirely. And also these components are going to mount and unmount. So if you have like particular needs for every row, like you could have every row fetch something from the backend or something, you can do that inside this row here. And let me just show you this. I'm going to go ahead and just say like use effect. I'm going to return, and then I'm going to say console log unmounting row of index. Okay, now let's go back to the console and refresh the page. And now, right now, you'll notice it unmounted some stuff, but keep scrolling, it just keeps unmounting more components. And this is good if you want to like fetch data or do some cleanup as these rows are coming into and out of the table. All right, well, that's it. I just want to share that with you all. I thought it was pretty cool. Go check out React Window. I'll put the link in the description. Other than that, have a good day and happy coding.